My name is Beth, this is Apollo, and if you're new to our channel, Apollo and I travel and live full-time in our van, and we have recently been traveling through the state of Oregon. And right now we're exploring a new area called Sunriver, Oregon. It's a little south of Bend. I already am in love with this town because it reminds me so much back home of where I used to live near Lake Tahoe, California. There are cabins everywhere, cute little restaurants and eateries, lots of shops, lots of activities. Like the summer, I'm sure this place is like packed because there are so many places to go biking, to go river rafting, to go fishing. It's just a beautiful. I found out that there's a bakery that's pretty popular here called Hot Lava Bakery, and so they are known for some of their pastries and donuts, and one of them is called the Bigfoot. And because we are in the PNW, I feel like I need to try this. So I'm going to go grab that and then come back with Apollo, and we're going to hit the road and do some exploring, a little bit of hiking, some sightseeing, and then find a place to land by the river for the night. See, we're happy you guys came along for today's adventure, huh? Well, I got the Bigfoot and an oat milk latte. Okay, I got my coffee. It's time to go. Come on. You ready to go? How about you go over in your seat? I feel like I ordered a child's item off the menu. So I get this out. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. I don't even know how much this donut cost me. You guys want to see this? This right here is the Bigfoot. Oh look, there's even heart confetti because it's like Valentine's weekend. Okay, we're gonna try it. Good consistency, it's soft, it hasn't been like sitting out a long time. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Okay. Now the coffee, I feel is gonna be a win because this is Sisters coffee from Sisters, Oregon. That's good too. All right, this is the road it told me to go on. I'm headed to Fall River Falls viewpoint. The only thing I'm not liking about this road is the sun has come up, and because it snowed here over the last couple days, with that sun now up, it's making everything a muddy mess. And we all know that my van does not do great in mud because of the traction control. It's muddy. Muddy and icy, and I don't know how deep that ice is, but we just cracked on through it. Really hugging the side of the road, trying to stay out of the mud as much as possible. All the not fun things, a lot of mud and ice here. Google Maps says that this is where we're supposed to go. Do you ever take an off-beaten path and wonder if this is really where you're supposed to be going? Because I don't know if I'm supposed to be going down this road right now. But, okay, it says unmaintained rough road. Well, no duh, that's a given. All right, so you pay to park here. So it looks like this is part of Lapine State Park, and then right here is where we are at, the Fall Rivers Day Use Area. Fall River Falls is right there. Okay, well, to pay here, you open up this app, pay for parking. It's $12 for out-of-state resident. That's kind of what it was at Smith Rock too, so I feel like out-of-state is just $12 for the state parks around here. Well, we are all paid. I'm gonna put on some different boots because it's pretty muddy out. Like, look how muddy it is, and probably my white tennis shoes are not the best thing to be hiking in. So let me grab my boots. What are you doing up there? You enjoying the sunshine? It's a little cold out, so I'm gonna grab my jacket as well. Then I have pockets to put stuff into. And my keys, some extra tissues. I don't know if I shared with you guys, but remember how I was really sick at the hot springs? Well, this past week, I got sick again, and today's the first day that I've not been sneezing like crazy and blowing my nose every 2 seconds. I need to buy Kleenex because I've just been using this roll of toilet paper. I went through an entire roll yesterday. I was blowing my nose so much. It was pretty rough. I don't know why my immune system has been so low. Like I shared before, I hadn't been sick in a year and a half. Well, I've been on the road. I think just doing all the hot springs and being outdoors and not around a ton of people, I've stayed really well. But maybe just from being sick again, and then that lowered my immune system. But this past week, like for 3 straight days, I was really sick. I slept for 1 solid day. Like I took 3 naps and slept almost the entire day. Yesterday, I rested a lot. And then today, I'm actually able to like breathe and be outside where I've not before. So there is a 4.4-mile loop around this entire area. I'm going to do the shorter hike only because I haven't felt super great, but I really want to see these waterfalls at the same time. If you do have more time, All Trails says that it's a really easy hike. So even if you have young kids, it should be totally fine to come out here and do this hike. I don't know if you can see, but there's a big rainbow trout just right under these branches here. I'm going to see if I can get in a little bit closer. As you can see him, he's a beautiful one. I think he's about 12 inches long. I'm going to try to zoom in. Oh, he went on the other side. Man, he's gorgeous. So I'm headed on the trail right now, and it looks like I have about a mile to go from where I parked. Lots of animal prints down here. Deer, looks like some elk maybe. I feel like today has already been such a good day for wildlife because I saw all those elk this morning. I saw that beautiful rainbow trout. There's lots of squirrels out here that I've seen. It's just a really nice morning. I'm really excited about this morning, actually. I don't know if you can hear me above the sound of the waterfall, but this turned out to be a pretty nice start to the day. I wanted to try to show you how clear this water is, because if there is a fish in here, you are going to see it go by. You can see everything in the water. Like, look how clear that is. So as the fish are coming down, they're really easy to spot. Oh, there's 2 right here. Let me see if I can zoom in. You guys see, there's a little one behind, but there's a bigger one. Oh, there's 3 of them. Hopefully you guys can see those because they are really beautiful. So this area is really popular for fly fishing, but if you just enjoy the peacefulness of the river and seeing wildlife and seeing big trout in the river swimming along the stream and just want to go for a hike, this is a really good spot to come. Have you just been enjoying your little nap while I was on the trail? All right, let's go find our camp spot for the night. Well, I had found a little place on iOverlander that I wanted to check out. It looks like a couple of these are just right on the Deschutes River. All right, it's gonna be a little bumpy getting back out of here, but we're gonna do it anyway. I actually really enjoy the mud. I like using these off-road tires and putting them through the ringer because there's just so many more places you can go and explore when you get off the pavement. back in the day I used to have a Jeep, so I'm used to like going off-road and having like some fun different adventures on the dirt, because I'm more of a on the dirt than on the pavement kind of girl. Bend and Sunriver area is probably by far my favorite area that I've visited. I just love the landscape with the trees. You can still see through the forest, but you have the evergreens and it's just absolutely beautiful here. I know I'm not really experiencing this like a true Oregon winter because there's hardly any snow up here, but I do appreciate that I'm getting to explore it in the middle of February and nobody else is really here. There is a paid campground right up here, and so I just want to see if it's even open, because if I can't get to this dispersed spot on the river, this might be an option for me. It looks like this is open, and it looks like there's no fees right now, which is pretty common, I've heard, in some of these, to have no fees during the winter because they're not really maintained. This site right here is actually really nice. It might be a little tippy, but you have the view of the river right there as well. Now, I don't see anybody else in this campsite, but there is a pile of firewood and a bunch of stuff up there that I'm not sure if that means somebody was here or if those belong to somebody else, but there's a big pile of stuff, which makes me a little hesitant. This isn't a bad option, it's just probably not my first choice. So I have a couple other spots I can check out, but this is a good spot if you're wanting a campground and you want to stay somewhere for free and you don't want to do any off-roading. You can definitely come by here. The other spot is only 5 more minutes down the road, so I feel like it's close enough that I would like to go see if that's going to be a better option for me for the night. A little bit more private and maybe not the chance of somebody coming back because just the way that picnic table was set up, it feels like there's somebody hanging out here a little often. See what this is. Doesn't look like anybody's here, so that's good. It doesn't look too muddy, so that's good number 2. It looks like a lot of these roads kind of interconnect. You can see that there's a spot up over there as well that the road takes you up to, but nobody's camped there, so we really get this whole area to ourselves. And I kind of like this spot because it looks like I get a patch of open sky for Starlink, but I just have this beautiful view of the river up here. So this feels like a home sweet home to me. Well, this campsite turned out pretty nice. Look at this view that we have of the river. I'm definitely going to be enjoying having my coffee here in the morning, looking out at this. And it would be amazing to see some wildlife down here as well. But just some really great views of the river all the way on the left-hand side, and then looking all the way down here at the right, you get a really great, just full sweeping view of this area. I hear some geese. I love that sound. It's very peaceful down here by the water. I always love being by water. It feels like it's how we're meant to live. The ebb and flow, constant motion, constant growth. It just reminds me, keep moving, keep living, keep experiencing life. This ended up being a really great camp spot. I did not sleep great last night. My head cold is just not giving up. But I should be hopefully better soon. I think I just need a few more days of rest still. I think it's important to listen to your body when it's telling you you need rest. You need to listen and give it the rest that it needs. And it's just been a lot of go, go, go ever since the holidays. And before the holidays, all the trip down to Nevada, California, back to Oregon, which I love because I love to be on the move. As a subscriber once said, and my dad loves to quote, "Girl, you sure scoot." And yes, I scoot. I get around. I put a lot of miles on my van, but it brings me joy and happiness. And also sitting by rivers like this on peaceful mornings bring me joy and happiness too. It's a special place here near Sunriver. I hope that you get the chance to visit it for yourself and to see all of this magnificent wildlife and landscape beauty that God has created for us. So, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this episode, comment below, click the like button, subscribe. I love hearing your comments and just how you've enjoyed them. So thank you so much. Me and Apollo love you all. And until the next adventure, we'll see you.